Taurus, it's me, Stormy, and here's your horoscope for October 2017. So before we jump in, Taurus, the holiday gift is up. You just click in the description box down below, click that link, and you can get your appointment booked. I give it every year at the holidays, so those appointments are up and available now. They book out between January and December, so December and January. So if you are looking for one of those appointments, feel free to click down there and take advantage of that super cool offer. All right, Taurus, so this month, really interesting. We're going to start the month with a full moon happening in Aries, right? And this is actually in your 12th house zone. So while Jupiter moving into Scorpio is really the big news for the month, I think it's important that we talk about this moon right out the gate. Because this is happening in your 12th house space, what I'm thinking is there's something happening in your secret or your private spot or your private life that actually ends up coming up to the surface, out into the world and to light, because the full moon tells us something has to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted, right? And I feel like some of you have the potential to have something secret, maybe a secret project, a secret belief, a new meditation practice, an affair, something emotional, something that's been sitting over here in this quiet space and you haven't been willing and ready to talk about it yet. And I feel like that comes to the surface at this moon. Now, what I want to tell you is that if it feels like there's a secret that comes out that's just really shocking or something like that, take a deep breath, kind of regroup. You'll be able to put that into good use later in the month. So what I can tell you is that whatever comes from this 12th house space and it kind of gets risen to the surface and kind of exposed, whatever it is, you'll have the opportunity later in the month to actually put it to some kind of good use. And it turns out that it comes up in your workplace sector or in your career sector in some way, shape, or form. But I do want to point out too that in the beginning half of the month, Taurus, if there's something emotional, if you've been keeping a secret, right? If you've been, whatever it is, our secrets keep us sick. And you need to remember that. This is about bringing light into your life so you can have the firmest, most beautiful expression of yourself, that highest expression you can achieve. But if you've been keeping a secret, your secret has been keeping you sick, and it will be time to release it, or it will be time to work on it in some way, shape, or form that gets it out of your system. Because for the rest of the month, you've got so many energies in Libra that's in the 6th house, which tells me your health is paramount this month. And I think it has a lot to do with mental health. So if you're keeping a secret in the 12th house, let's get it up and out of you. Weed that bad boy out so you can move on and get some health going here in your 6th house. Now, the other thing that 6th house goodness does for you is it does bring work back to the forefront. So I think that as we go through October, you're really going to see yourself, especially after October 14th, when Venus moves into Libra and moves into this 6th house space. I think you find yourself thinking a lot about business, a lot about projects. Maybe you're wanting to collaborate with people. Maybe you've even got to put some smooth healing salve on something with a coworker or something like that. I will tell you too, just with Venus being in the 6th house, if you be careful about messing with people that you work with. You could form up some kind of little office romance, and that's fine. Just be sure that nobody's going to get fired over it, and be sure it does not contribute to your 6th house. You do you, boo-boo. Okay, so what else are we looking at in the 6th house zone? It's a good time to forge strong relationships with colleagues. Venus is absolutely going to help you do that. Then we get to the new moon happening on the 19th in Libra. Again, this is a partnership forming energy. Libra is about that partnership. So here in the workplace sector, maybe it helps you work more smoothly with coworkers. Maybe it helps you work more smoothly in the health zone with your body. I think after the new moon as well, whatever secret you shed for your own sanity and safety, whatever secret project, secret whatever comes up or comes out, it actually becomes useful here at this new moon, because Uranus is also going to be in opposition to this new moon that's happening, and it will expand your thinking, where you start to maybe understand that that secret you were keeping, or just the quietness that you were having, is actually more of an asset than a liability. Now, of course, we cannot skip over the fact that Jupiter is moving into Scorpio, and it's moving into your opposite. So relationships, they are about to get robust for you. They're going to get richer. There's going to be wisdom coming to the table when you're in your relationships. So in your partnership sector, you have to think this is the first time Jupiter's been here in about 12 years, and he's going to be here until November 2018. But so what could be happening for some of you is you're coming into new commitments. You are consciously choosing to make these commitments. It's not just that Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so is rolling in. You're choosing to participate in these relationships at this point. It's conscious, it's wise, and you are willing. And there is abundant opportunity for something wonderful here. So you could be making some sort of commitment at this time in a relationship. This includes business relationships, right? If you've got a business partnership, it's really favored at this time, or a contract you're wanting to sign. If you have something that you're needing to work on and come into a new relationship with people, people show up and they're prepared to do the work. If you're like, I really need to work on my body, the right personal trainer comes in. I really need to work on my mental health, the right kind of healer comes in. So it's really like Jupiter is showing up and pulling an abundance of people in for you. You just have to step up and participate and take accountability for having action in the situation as well. All right, guys, let's jump in and break this month down by date. So right at the beginning of the month, as we come in, we're still seeing this Mars energy in the sign of Virgo, which has activated your 5th house. So still very playful, very creative, very passionate, very self-expressive, maybe still a lot of things happening around children. But Mars will be making a move as we get to the second half of the month. On the 5th, we've got the full moon happening in Aries, which lights up your 12th house space. This is in opposition to Mercury and the Sun, who are over in Libra in your 6th house. The Sun will also be in a quincunx to Neptune. So this is about dissolving, right? So something in this 12th house space that's very much so attached to your ego is going to dissolve. And when I tell a secret, when I show myself vulnerably, my ego drops down a notch and I get right-sized, right? But it's all about forming partnerships. So I really think this has something to do with work for you as well. But whatever it is, something will dissolve so that something else can live. On the 10th, Jupiter makes that move into Scorpio, and we start 13 months of glorious abundance and wisdom and opportunity coming to the table in terms of having really robust relationships in our lives. On the 14th, Venus is going to join the Sun and Mercury over in Libra. Now we have some harmonizing in this 6th house space. We have some beauty, some diplomacy. We also have some money attached to it as well. You're thinking like a money maker, which is really nice when it comes to this 6th house space and any projects you may be working on, right? On the 18th, Mercury's there with Jupiter in Scorpio. So now we're also thinking about relationships, communicating in relationships. And that kind of conversation is becoming a little bit more we. We're thinking more we than just me in all of our relationships. It's a great time. That's a great day to sign some contracts if you need to. Of course, based on your own individual chart, that could look different, but that's a great time for signing some contracts. On the 19th, we've got the new moon happening in Libra in opposition to Uranus. Plant your seeds of intention here in your work zone. What do you want? In your career, with your employees, as an employer, what do you want? In your health, what are you going for here? How can you form a new partnership with your body? How can you form a new partnership with a great trainer or a great whatever to help you have physical, emotional, mental health on the table for your own sanity? The 22nd, we see Mars moving into Libra. Now we've got some action in the 6th house. New partnerships, new collaborations, right? We're bringing in new things in this 6th house zone to get the workspace going. We're bringing in a new workout. We're bringing in a new whatever else is happening. For some of you too, I'm getting a vision. Okay, Taurus, for some of you, you may have something going on with small animals as well. So keep that in mind as we move through the second part of October. Then on the 23rd, we have the Sun moving into Scorpio. So our light, our heat, our vitality, right? The essence of what you are and what you're trying to stir and learn right now moves into the 7th house with Jupiter. So now you're in a full expansion of relationships, and you really genuinely could be making some kind of commitment that just brings it solid and brings it home to you. I'm excited to see what this looks like for you. Whenever it's relationship heavy, I get really excited to see what's happening for people and the new relationships that you can form. Don't limit yourself to thinking it's just romantic. It's business, it's spiritual, it's you with you, and it's all totally legit. All right, guys, like this video, comment, share, subscribe. Get that holiday gift book so we can sit together one-on-one, and I will see you next month.